Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to work on our spa, and what I have here is the other half of the folding board that I used for the Christmas living room. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to make this wall here a little longer, just because I have more spa stuff that I want to put on here. So what I did was I made a line here first. This is going to be where the other wall is going to go, where we're going to have a tub, and we're going to have a toilet and a sink on this side. And then we are going to have a fireplace here. And then I'm going to extend this part of the wall, and we'll wallpaper all that. And then we'll come back with the fireplace. So this is the fireplace that I did a printout of, and it is just cardboard. But we're going to put reinforcements in it just so that it stays a lot stronger. And that is going to go down this way. This here is the other paper I've chosen from the booklet. And that is going to go with the fireplace as a backdrop. And then we're going to add some other stuff to it to make it look really fancy. And then I bought this as well from the Dollar Tree, and this is sticky paper to be our wallpaper. So I think all together this is going to look really sweet once we put it all together. So let's just get started. So I have this Kleenex box as a guide, and it looks like a marbling effect, which I like. So I purchased a tub from the Dollar Tree that's going to sit inside here, and that's going to look wonderful. And then on this side I have the toilet, and this is also from the Dollar Tree. And we are going to make a small countertop just for the sink. And then we are going to add in here, I wanted to do a shelf, but not one that's sticking out. I want it like a box shelf. So what we're going to do is cut out the opening, and then we're going to add a box behind it so that we can put some plants and just some bath products and that sort of thing. I think that will make it look really good. So we're just going to make some markings here and then draw a straight line down, and that will give us enough room to put our sink in that we want to do as well, and then the wall. So I went ahead and measured, and I did 1 inch on each side to make it even. And then we're just going to cut it out with our X-Acto knife here. And just make a little hole like so. So I've scored the edge already, and we're just going to continue to go all the way through. I hope everyone had a happy new year, wherever you are. And there we go. So there you have it. We have our little hole right here. And then we will put our wallpaper on next, and then put our wall on. But I do want to put the wallpaper here and on the other first here. So we will do that and then come back. So I measured the width here of the Kleenex box for the tub, and this is going to be where I'm going to put the wall. So I needed the width of here to make the wall. And I'm just cutting this board to 18 inches to match the other one. And then I will show you what that looks like. So we have our wall cut out here, and now I'm just going to measure 18 inches and adjust that. So we have our wall piece all cut out. We're going to put some wallpaper on that, and then we're going to put wallpaper on the other side like I was saying. and then we'll come back. So we're just gonna unroll this sticky paper here. And let's measure it first, just so I don't have a whole big roll of it. What I'm gonna do is just cover it to here, and I'm just gonna fold it over just so the edges look really nice. And then let's stick that on. And it just happens to be the perfect size too. Okay, so it does give me a cutting guide here, and I'm just gonna go a little bit, just in case my measurements are off. I'm just gonna go a little bit over, and then we can adjust it as we go. So I will pencil mark that. And we'll cut that. So we're just gonna peel this so we get enough started here. And we're just gonna pull this back. Get our piece of board here, and we're just gonna start at the edge here. Put it right to the edge. So we have our wall assembled, and it is kind of tricky. I did have to do a little patchwork, but it's okay for what we're doing. And you can choose any color that you want to put on your spa wall. I just chose this one. This was the best one they had at the time there, so I think this is a beautiful color, beautiful print. So this is our line for the wall. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put the wallpaper right over the whole thing here. And hopefully it won't get too sticky, and I can smooth it out as I do it. So let's go ahead and do that. Slowly take off the top layer of paper backing, just until we get a little bit of an edge, and then we're going to just smooth that out. Okay, we're just going to match that up to our line here. Make sure we have it. And then we're slowly going to press. And I'm just going to wind this back up because it unraveled here. And slowly unfold it, and then press as we go along, just so there's no air bubbles. So I've cut the backing, and now we're just gonna pull this up and stick it there. Oops. And that'll make a nice, neater edge, and down as well. So we're just going to glue this paper here onto this section of the wall, right to the very end, and then we'll come back. So I'm just going to finish gluing right here, and then we are done. So we have our wallpaper up, we have our little hole cut out here, we have our paper on this side for the fireplace, and this side we have to do as well. So I chose this design to go with it, and it is from this book here, and I believe this is from Dollarama, and it has all these ones on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on with my glue stick to the other side. So there you have it. We have our wall here where our fireplace is going on. We have our other wall here, and then we have this wall, which we're gonna put right here to divide the bathroom, like so. And then we have our tub that is going in here, like so. And then we will be putting a little vanity with the sink and everything here. And then this will be our little cutout for our plants or whatever towels, whatever you want to put here. And then we will put our fireplace together. And this is what it's going to look like. And we're going to make this very sturdy with a foam board behind it. And then we will continue to build and add some decorative details onto the fireplace. And then once that's all done, we will put a floor on, and I have some tile as well for the floor. So now we're going to just put a box behind this little window. And all I did was take a chocolate box that I had and cut it up. And we're going to put that together and glue that behind so it's a little edge. So I put the box behind here. We can either paint it white or leave it beige. Now we're going on to do the fireplace. I have a cardboard dowel here, and I'm just going to cut that into 2 pieces, and we're going to put it as decoration onto the fireplace wall. So I have the fireplace here. I'm just using some of the leftover box for reinforcements and some foam board as well to go in the bottom to make it sturdier. So our fireplace has all our reinforcements in. It doesn't look that great, but it's only on the inside, and I added a little light. And here's what our fireplace looks like. And I am going to add some gold leafing motifs with that on the edge. And now I thought we would put some pillars to go on top. And I am going to add some other paperwork here, and then we're going to paint these so that it all blends in together. So I went ahead, I added some pillars here. And I'm going to just glue the tops as well here. And then this part here is for the fireplace. And just to show you what I'm going to be doing, it's going to be like this. And then this is going to have some detail with paper on here like stripes. And we're going to paint it to match this, or maybe the wood, I'm not sure yet. And then we will add some gold motifs. Now I did purchase from Temu some little sets here so that we can put our hot glue in and add that decorative detail to the fireplace and wherever we want it. And I also have this one as well, really pretty. And also this little mini one. So it has a lot of great things that we can decorate with, even for the bathroom cabinet there, the sink. We can put some stuff around that too. And then I also got this really cute little mirror. Now it might be too small for here, but we'll see once we add some other things, or I can put it in the bathroom. So I'll have to see what I end up doing with that. Now I took this lid, it was from, I think it was the peanut container, and I thought that looks like a mirror. We could put something around it, and that would look like a really cute little mirror. So that's an idea as well. So we'll just continue, I'll continue gluing this on, and then we'll come right back. Now I'm just going to put some details on the pillars for the fireplace. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting some strips of cardboard. You can use cereal boxes or anything that's similar. And then we're just going to glue these on the pillar to just give it more like a definition when we paint it. So let's go ahead. I'll finish the last 2 here. And this paper cutter comes in really handy, so I would advise to get one. They're not that expensive. and they cut it perfectly all the time. Okay, so now we have our 10 pieces and we are going to glue them with our glue stick onto the pillar. So we're just going to take our glue stick here. We're going to add some glue on the back. Just run it through. And then we're just going to find the center. There we go. Yeah, this will be perfect. So we're going to do 5 on each. And then we will do our motifs as well and glue them on. And then I will show you the paint, the color of paint I'm going to use on here. Just like so. And you could see that it's starting to give that nice ribbed look like a pillar. Let's just glue there. So that's starting to look really good. So we have our pillars all done with our cardboard, and we're just gonna let that dry and then come back. So while that's drying, I have our fireplace here. And if you look closely, you can see little brick patterns here, like little brick lines. What I'm going to do is I've just made a template off the back of cardboard, and I'm going to glue that on the front, and I'm also going to glue it up here as well to look and like it all blends in like brickwork. And then we will paint that a reddish brown to match the other brick here. So I'm just going to go on to putting our motifs together. I'm just going to put some hot glue in here. And then we'll just see which ones look the best here. So I went ahead and I painted the pillars, and I used a reddish brown, and then we're going to put some gold brushing over top. Now I did go ahead and make some brick, and I just used the brown by brushing it and adding some white and dark brown just on the edges to make it look more realistic. And I'm going to be finishing off this one here to match this as well. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and this is where I left off. I'm taking a bit of white here, and I'm just going down to separate the brick, and then I'm just sort of carrying it over onto some just to make it look more realistic. Like so. I'll get some more paint here. And some you can do really fine like that. And others you can do a little wider because we're just trying to give it some more definition here. Like so. And we're just going to continue to the end. And this is what it will look like when we are done. We're going to glue that on here and the other one on the top. So now I'm just going to dry brush some gold on here just to give it a little more accent. So we're just going to slowly go up and down. So now I'm just going to brush this off. So I ended up just putting the gold paint, just brushing lightly over top. Just giving it a little more definition. So here's our fireplace. I added some brown around here and more definition through the bricks. And then we put the bricks here. I didn't end up doing it on this part. I thought it was a little too much, but I think it's looking rather nice. So we'll continue on putting the other wall and the floor. Next is part 2.